to be well.
I haven't seen him all summer.
Which is why nerves are acceptable, but we agreed, Betty. It's time.
I really want men reaching their full potential, and semen retention or celibacy or brahmacharya is an ideal starting point from any situation. Stop chasing women, you are meant for much more. You are not the body, you are the spirit soul. Nourish the soul. Although in the Indian scriptures brahmacharya has a much wider and more pithy meaning, I take the popular meaning of it mostly captured by the English word celibacy. Brahmacharya can be defined as abstinence from any physical or mental sexual indulgence. In the Hindu philosophy, there is a concept of reproductive energy moving upwards or moving downwards. There is something called will in every creature that expresses itself or manifests itself by the physical form and mental attributes of the being or creature concerned. It has manifested itself for serving its own ends and eyes and ears, and hand and feet and mouth and voice and thinking and choosing and remembering and forgetting, reproducing, and creative activities, etc. Of these expressions, the manifestation of the will to survive forever comes up as the urge to reproduce. This urge may find various outlets. It may be so-called sexual or so-called asexual. The sexual manifestation comes in animals, birds, etc. as the organs of reproduction, an attraction for the opposite sex and a pleasure in indulging in sexual activities. It also manifests some other characteristics in plants, etc., such that color of flower, fragrance, and so on. It may manifest in change in body odor, taste of meat or flesh, etc., to protect it from the predators, and so on so forth. When the will does not find the outlet of its reproductive urge through the most frequent activities, the energy tries to find its outlet in some other way. This may result into creative activities such as making great works of art and architecture, painting, poetry, science, philosophy, and so on, such that the will and its imprints continue to live forever in the future. Thus, an higher being is likely to contribute to great lofty things. This is the possible benefit of celibacy, or brahmacharya, directing one's creative energies to attain higher and lofty goals, living forever not biologically but abiologically. The highest state is that of a person who has realized the ultimate reality. This is the goal of brahmacharya. He is a free man naturally. He does not have to control himself by mind or morality. Controversy arises in the matter of role of control of sexual energy in the spiritual path. Science thinks that sex control is unnatural, or not possible, or has nothing to do with the well-being of a man. According to spiritual science, the food that we take is ultimately converted into semen, which contains creative energy. If this energy is retained in the body and transformed, it can give you great memory, power, etc. That's why ancient sages could live long life with little or no food. If this semen is wasted, we cannot get the benefit of that energy. There is a whole science behind it without knowing which we cannot control sex. Here are the benefits of celibacy, or brahmacharya. Fearlessness. Fear reduces a lot. It'll become hard for you to be scared, even of dangerous things. In a dangerous situation, you'll be aware of the risk, but you will also be able to deal with it carefully instead of panicking and worsening the situation. You will start to feel what real masculinity is like. Better eyes. Eyesight improves considerably with the practice. And it's not just the sight that improves, but also the entrance of the eyes. You can then spend hours in front of your computer without your vision getting fuzzy or your eyes getting tired. In ancient times, they used to say that masturbation causes blindness. It's an exaggeration, but there is a connection between the two. The floaters around the eyes also reduce or disappear completely. Blissfulness. You will start to feel bliss, which will cause dispassion and distaste for sensual pleasures. Sometimes the bliss is so great that you lose interest in everything around you. To increase this bliss, it's best to practice self-inquiry. The bliss is similar to the pleasure you get from sexual activity, but more refined. It's better because it's continuous and has an invigorating effect on the body. Better memory. You will find it easier to remember things, and you will also remember memories which you had long forgotten. Never mind old memories. You will also start to remember dreams which you had a long time ago. The mind will become much sharper. Better immunity. The energy reserves of your body are much higher now, so the body will find it easier to deal with illnesses. It may happen that illnesses actually increase in the beginning with the practice, probably because of the body healing itself from ailments. But all will be better in time. Lack of worry. Your worries reduce greatly. You will actually start to find it difficult to worry because you feel perfect or close to perfect. This will give you a sense of security, enabling you to deal with difficult situations without worrying. Intuition, the mind becomes incredibly sharp and able to grasp things easily. You'll start to understand things intuitively without thinking about them. The answers will come to you naturally on their own. Suppleness, the body will become more supple and flexible. Notice how flexible young children are. They haven't wasted their vital force as much as adults, and so their bodies are strong and supple. Calmness, an indescribable inner calm develops. You will develop the virtue of patience quite naturally. Confidence, you'll develop vigor and confidence. Shyness leaves you and you feel comfortable with yourself. The increased confidence can easily make one conceited, so be careful. Lack of anger, the greater the bliss, the greater the inner peace. The blissful feeling makes it nearly impossible to get angry. Suddenly everything's fine. Nothing bothers you anymore. There are many more countless benefits of brahmacharya. Follow it and feel it.